In a sport where the average height is already around 6'6", these players stood out like skyscrapers on the court. Some dominated, some struggled to adapt, but all of them left a unique mark on basketball history. This is the untold story of the tallest men ever to play in the NBA. Let's begin. Number 7. Mark Eaton. Standing at 7 feet 4 inches, Mark Eaton wasn't just tall, he was a defensive nightmare. What makes his story incredible is that he didn't even play basketball seriously until after high school. He worked as an auto mechanic before being discovered by accident. Once he reached the NBA, Eaton became the ultimate rim protector for the Utah Jazz. His timing, strength, and sheer size allowed him to dominate the paint in a way almost nobody in history could match. He led the league in blocks 4 times and still holds the NBA single-season blocks record with 456. Eaton wasn't flashy, he didn't score much, but his impact was massive, proving that you don't need to be a superstar to change the game. Number 6. Slavko Vranes. At 7 feet 6, Slavko Vranes is one of the tallest players to ever step on an NBA court, even though it was only for a single game. Born in Montenegro, Vranes spent most of his career overseas, where his incredible height made him a force defensively. The New York Knicks drafted him in 2003, and he eventually made his debut with the Portland Trail Blazers. But the NBA wasn't the right fit. He was slow, raw, and struggled to adjust. Still, he holds a unique place in history. Even with just one NBA appearance, Vranes reminds us how rare it is to reach that size and how hard it is to succeed at the highest level. Number 5. Shawn Bradley. When you think of giant NBA players, Shawn Bradley instantly comes to mind. At 7 feet 6, he looked like he was built in a lab for shot blocking. Bradley became famous for one thing: protecting the rim. During his time with the Philadelphia 76ers, New Jersey Nets, and Dallas Mavericks, he was always among the league leaders in blocks. In fact, he finished his career 10th all-time in blocks. But Bradley's height also made him a constant target. Opponents loved dunking on him, and posters of him still circulate today. Yet, despite the criticism, Bradley had a long, productive career and brought a rare mix of size and effort that earned him respect around the league. Number 4. Yao Ming. Few players on this list changed the NBA more than Yao Ming. Standing at 7 feet 6 inches, Yao wasn't just a giant, he was a global icon. His arrival in the league in 2002 opened the door to millions of new fans from China and helped make the NBA a truly international game. But Yao wasn't just tall, he was skilled, polished, and incredibly intelligent on the court. His footwork, passing, and feathery touch made him nearly unstoppable when healthy. A 5-time All-NBA selection, 8-time All-Star, and a Hall of Famer, Yao's career was unfortunately cut short due to chronic foot injuries, a problem that plagues many extremely tall athletes. Still, during his time in the NBA, he proved that big men could be more than just giants. They could be stars, they could be leaders, they could be ambassadors to the world. Number 3. Tacko Fall. If you've watched basketball any time in the last few years, you've seen the fan favorite, Tacko Fall. At 7'6", with an 8'2" wingspan, Tacko became a sensation the moment he stepped into the Summer League with the Boston Celtics. Fans loved him, teammates loved him, even opponents couldn't help but smile. While he never became a full-time NBA starter, his personality, work ethic, and size made him unforgettable. Tacko became one of the most efficient players in limited minutes, shooting over 70% from the field. After playing for the Celtics and Cavaliers, Tacko moved overseas, where he found more playing time and became a dominant defensive presence. His story reminds us that sometimes being tall isn't about fame or stats. Sometimes it's about joy, authenticity, and the incredible journey of chasing your dream no matter how big you are. Number 2. Manute Bol. At 7 feet 7 inches, Manute Bol is tied for the second tallest NBA player ever, and easily one of the most unique players in league history. Bol wasn't just tall, he was unbelievably long with jaw-dropping shot-blocking ability. In fact, he's the only player in the NBA history to have more blocks than points scored. But Manute was more than a basketball player. He was a humanitarian, a political activist, and a symbol of hope for Sudan. He used nearly all of his NBA earnings to help stop civil war and support refugees. On the court, Manute once blocked 11 shots in a single half, and even had a few games where he knocked down multiple three-pointers, a hilarious and surprising sight for a man his size. Manute's legacy reaches far beyond basketball. He showed the world what it means to use your platform for something bigger than yourself. Number 1. Gheorghe Muresan. Topping the list is the tallest player in the NBA history, Gheorghe Muresan, standing 7 feet 7 inches tall. Born in Romania, Muresan suffered from a childhood medical condition that caused his extraordinary height. But instead of holding him back, it launched his basketball career. Muresan wasn't just tall, he was surprisingly skilled. In 1996, he won the NBA Most Improved Player award, averaging 14.5 points, 9.6 rebounds, and 2.3 blocks per game for the Washington Bullets. His soft touch around the rim and efficient scoring made him a fan favorite. He even starred in the movie My Giant with Billy Crystal, and appeared in commercials thanks to his friendly personality. Unfortunately, recurring injuries shortened his career, but for a brief period, Muresan showed that the tallest player ever wasn't just a novelty, he could really play. Height alone doesn't guarantee greatness, but for these 7 giants, it created some of the most unforgettable careers, stories, and moments in NBA history. These players prove that being tall is only part of the story. What truly matters is how you use the gifts you're given. If you enjoyed this countdown and want more deep dive NBA videos, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another episode. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep rising above.